When thinking of China, we often recall its long-standing rich culture and unique traditions. But alongside these beauties exist strange rules that Chinese women must adhere to, which arouse curiosity and even anger. These perplexing rules include the prohibition against women wearing white at weddings, festivals, or joyous events. This rule stems from ancient beliefs about bad luck, forcing women to be cautious and restrained in their clothing choices. In some rural areas of China, women still face pressure to marry by a certain age. The belief that an unmarried woman is unfilial pushes them to rush into marriage regardless of happiness or compatibility. Additionally, women are expected to bear sons and dress modestly when leaving the house. Let's explore the 19 strange rules that Chinese women must follow. Number 19. Women must be virgins when they marry. The idea that Chinese women must remain virgins before marriage is quite common. Traditionally, virginity is highly valued for women before they wed. This stems from Confucian ideals that emphasize a woman's purity and family honor. A virtuous woman must not engage in sexual relations before marriage. This means that on her wedding night she must be a virgin. Otherwise, she will be deemed promiscuous and sent back to her parents. Given the importance of virginity, women never initiate sexual relations with their husbands. Therefore, Chinese men have developed many ways to verify their wives' virginity. If the bride's hymen is broken, the husband will conclude she is not a virgin. Conversely, if it remains intact, the woman will be cherished and loved by her husband. A common practice is for the husband to prepare a white cloth in the bridal chamber to check if his wife bleeds during intercourse. Many women who do not bleed on their wedding night are returned to their parents or treated very harshly by their husbands' families. Not only in China, but the use of the hymen to determine virginity is also prevalent in many other countries. What do you think about this? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 18. Enduring domestic violence. Domestic violence is a deeply troubling issue that pervades Chinese society, stealing happiness, stripping away freedom, and instilling terror in women. This horror affects women across all classes, statuses, and wealth levels, turning homes into living hells, rather than places of protection and love. Homes become where women endure brutal beatings, harsh verbal abuse, and even mental and sexual violence. The specter of domestic violence hangs over their lives, leaving both physical and emotional scars, trapping them in fear, despair, and isolation. The consequences of domestic violence extend beyond individual trauma, negatively impacting future generations. Children growing up in violent environments often suffer severe psychological damage, which can lead to behavioral issues, academic problems, and a higher risk of becoming either victims or perpetrators of violence in the future. Domestic violence is a severe legal violation that must be strongly condemned and combated collectively. Authorities need to take robust measures to protect women, punish abusers, and raise community awareness about the harms of domestic violence. Number 17. Compulsory birth of sons. Giving birth is a sacred duty for women, but in China, it becomes an invisible burden, especially the pressure to bear sons. Deeply ingrained gender preference leads to many injustices and inequalities for women. The ancient belief in the superiority of sons is deeply embedded in Chinese society. Sons are seen as continuing the family line, bearing family responsibilities, and maintaining the ancestral rights, while daughters are considered water that spills out, marrying and following their husbands. Sons are expected to be the economic pillars, bringing income and supporting their parents in old age. Daughters, after marriage, are no longer responsible for their birth families. Family and societal pressure cause women to constantly compare themselves to other women, particularly regarding bearing sons. Women who cannot bear sons may face domestic violence, be abandoned by their husbands, and suffer scorn and beatings. The high rate of female fetus abortions due to gender selection leads to a severe gender imbalance. The pressure to have sons leaves women anxious and stressed, often resulting in mental health issues like stress and depression. Number 16. No bathing after giving birth. According to traditional Chinese postpartum customs, women are advised to avoid bathing for a month after giving birth. This practice stems from historical and cultural beliefs that prioritize the new mother's health during this sensitive period. It is believed that exposure to water, especially cold water, can cause physical harm and discomfort. Traditional Chinese medicine views childbirth as a significant event that brings considerable changes to a woman's body. During this period, the mother's body is considered cold and weak. Exposure to cold water is thought to further weaken the body, potentially leading to health problems like colds, joint pain, and even death. In addition to avoiding bathing, some women also refrain from oral hygiene practices like brushing their teeth during the first month after childbirth. It is believed that even brushing with water can disrupt the body's balance and harm the new mother's health. Number 15. Women are not allowed to swear. In Chinese culture, communication and language etiquette play a crucial role in maintaining politeness, fostering positive social relationships, and showing respect. Although these rules apply to both men and women, Chinese women are especially expected to exhibit gentleness and grace in their speech and behavior, both in public and private settings. The emphasis on politeness and modesty is evident in many aspects of Chinese women's communication. Using offensive or vulgar language is considered a violation of cultural norms and can damage social harmony. Women are encouraged to use elegant language and avoid words that might offend others. Therefore, Chinese women are expected to choose their words carefully to show respect, avoid giving offense, and adhere to social conventions. This includes using polite expressions, refraining from swearing, and employing an appropriate tone of voice. In some cases, Chinese women may communicate indirectly to avoid direct conflict or confrontation, using subtle hints, body language, and facial expressions to convey their messages. Number 14. Responsibility to care for the family. In China, women have long borne the primary responsibility for household care, including cooking, cleaning, and child rearing. Social and cultural expectations place an invisible burden on them, affecting many aspects of their lives. The traditional belief that women are born to take care of the family remains deeply rooted in Chinese society. This belief stems from Confucian ideology, which emphasizes the woman's role in maintaining the household and supporting her husband and children. Consequently, women are often expected to devote most of their time and energy to housework and childcare, rather than pursuing personal careers or self-development. The burden of family responsibilities makes it difficult for Chinese women to pursue their careers. Many women must choose between quitting their jobs or working part-time to have time for their families. This limits their career advancement opportunities and affects their personal income. Being a full-time mother is a high-risk job akin to a contract between husband and wife. The man handles external work, while the woman manages the household. However, women do not have agreed working hours, wages, or welfare benefits. When the contract is broken, the man with years of work experience is not significantly affected, while the woman cannot return to her original position. This also leads many mothers, even if dissatisfied with their marriages, to be unable to file for divorce, worsening gender inequality in marriage. Moreover, spending too much time on housework and childcare leaves women with little time for themselves and their personal interests. They often feel tired and lack time to relax and pursue their passions. Despite this, support policies are being implemented to help women balance work and family, such as building daycare centers, enacting maternity protection laws, and encouraging men to participate in housework. Family care responsibilities remain a burden for Chinese women. However, positive societal changes are gradually creating opportunities for them to develop themselves and pursue their dreams. Achieving true gender equality requires the collective effort of the community to eliminate gender stereotypes and create a supportive environment for women to realize their full potential. Number 13. Dressing modestly. Modesty plays a significant role in Chinese culture, especially in women's attire. The concept of modesty stems from moral values and self-respect, influencing the clothing choices of Chinese women across generations. Modest dress in China originates from Confucianism, which values harmony, balance, and respect. Women are encouraged to dress conservatively, avoiding revealing or ostentatious clothing. This belief is based on the idea that a woman's true beauty lies in her elegance, sophistication, and inner qualities, rather than in flashy appearances. Family plays a crucial role in shaping Chinese women's fashion views. Traditional family values often guide women to choose modest clothing, steering clear of overly flashy or sexy styles. Modest dressing is seen as a sign of respect for the family and a reflection of a good upbringing. Chinese school uniforms are a prime example of modest dressing. Students typically wear skirts or long shirts in subdued colors like blue, green, or red. Uniforms often extend past the knees, which may seem unusual compared to some other cultures like Japan. However, in China, this is considered the standard, appropriate for students' age, and shows respect for the educational environment. Number 12. The pressure on women to be thin. While the movement to celebrate body diversity is gaining attention in many parts of the world, a slim figure remains the ideal for most East Asian women. In China, a beautiful woman is expected to meet 3 criteria: young, fair-skinned, and thin. This beauty trend is propagated by the media, entertainment industry, and fashion sector, reaching millions of young people on social media and various platforms. Content related to dietary supplements and quick weight loss methods garners significant interest from women. This is evident from numerous advertisements featuring slender models, videos showcasing hairstyles that make the face appear smaller, and promotions of cosmetic procedures to slim down thighs, perform liposuction, and maintain a slim figure through specific diets. Additionally, many celebrities and internet personalities participate in challenges to showcase their ideal bodies, such as measuring their waist within a 4-sheet of paper, placing coins on their collarbones, or trying on children's clothing. Recently, Brandy Melville, a fashion brand from Italy, created a global social media sensation with its ultra-small-sized clothing. Women who can fit into this brand's clothes have formed a community known as the BM Girls. Many young people in China, especially women, feel insecure about their appearance. A 2023 survey conducted among students aged 8 to 12 in Guangzhou province revealed that 78% of children felt insecure about their bodies. Some boys considered themselves too thin, while many girls felt they were overweight. Another survey conducted among female college students in 2002 and 2023 indicated that 73% of respondents had attempted to lose weight in the past 6 months. In China, some slender celebrities are speaking out about the physical and mental harm caused by weight control. Despite an estimated tens of millions of people struggling with eating disorders, only 2 medical facilities in Beijing and Shanghai treat this issue. What do you think about this point of view? Please leave your thoughts below. Number 11. Widowed women in China. Traditionally, widows in China must adhere to strict mourning rituals, including wearing white, limiting participation in social events, and possibly enduring a period of seclusion lasting from 1 to 3 years. During this time, they are expected to prioritize the memory of their deceased husbands over their own needs. Widows often face societal stigma due to cultural beliefs about mourning and the social roles of women. They may be seen as bringing bad luck or disrupting social harmony. As a result, widows can be ostracized and isolated by their communities, especially if they are young and have not remarried. Widows in China face numerous challenges in navigating rigid social expectations and finding a place for themselves outside the traditional role of a wife. They may struggle to reintegrate into society, pursue careers, or simply find empathy and understanding. In contrast to traditional Chinese beliefs, widows in Western countries generally enjoy more freedom and flexibility in their grieving process. They are less bound by rigid rituals and are encouraged to express their sorrow in their own way. What do you think about this point of view? Please leave your thoughts below. Number 10. Postpartum customs. Beyond the extreme of not bathing after childbirth, the traditional Chinese practice of sitting the month involves women spending a month indoors following childbirth. During this time, women are encouraged to stay indoors and avoid exposure to cold winds and external elements. This custom is based on the belief that a woman's body needs rest and nourishment to recover after giving birth. The rules of sitting the month vary by region and family, but some common practices include women wearing warm clothes regardless of the weather to maintain body temperature during postpartum recovery. Going outside, being exposed to cold winds or direct sunlight, is believed to negatively impact a woman's health post-birth. Getting enough sleep and limiting physical activity are considered crucial for recovery. Women are often provided with traditional foods believed to be healthy and to boost milk production. During sitting the month, women typically receive support from their families, especially mothers-in-law, who may take on cooking, cleaning, and baby care duties, allowing the new mother to focus on her recovery and caring for the baby. At the end of sitting the month, a celebration is often held to welcome the newborn and mark the end of the postpartum period. This celebration can take place at home or in a restaurant, with family and friends in attendance. Number 9. The dominance of mothers-in-law. The relationship between mothers-in-law and daughters-in-law in China has long been a subject of many stories, films, and literary works. This relationship is often depicted as challenging, with tensions and conflicts arising from generational differences, lifestyle choices, and family roles. Traditionally, after marriage, the daughter-in-law often moves in with her husband's family, especially his parents. This arrangement, known as multi-generational cohabitation, grants significant power to the mother-in-law, including control of the daughter-in-law. Many mothers-in-law, raised in traditional family environments, may impose their expectations and standards on their daughters-in-law, leading to conflicts and disagreements. Additionally, some mothers-in-law may fear losing their bond with their sons after marriage and childbirth. In traditional Chinese society, having sons and ensuring the family line continues is highly valued. Some mothers-in-law may be disappointed if their daughters-in-law do not bear sons. Generational lifestyle and perspective differences can lead to conflicts and disagreements between mothers-in-law and daughters-in-law. Stories of domineering, controlling, or even abusive mothers-in-law are not uncommon in Chinese culture. These stories reinforce negative perceptions of the mother-in-law, daughter-in-law relationship, making many young women anxious and hesitant about marriage. Number 8. Wearing white for mourning in China. When a woman enters a household during a period of mourning after the death of a family member, she is traditionally expected to wear white clothing. This tradition is more than just a choice of attire. It is a profound symbol of respect for the deceased. The use of white in mourning attire carries deep cultural and symbolic meanings. It represents purity and underscores the solemnity of the event. White holds special cultural significance in the context of funerals and mourning. Wearing white signifies mourning, prompting others to approach with sympathy and respect. It acknowledges the individual's grief and suggests support during a challenging time. In contrast to mourning attire, Chinese brides typically adorn themselves in vibrant red dresses when embarking on the journey to marriage. This contrasting color choice symbolizes the auspicious and celebratory nature of the occasion. Red is believed to bring good luck and prosperity to the couple, deeply associated with joy and happiness. In Chinese tradition, red becomes a central element in wedding ceremonies. Number 7. Social pressure on single or childless women in China. In some traditional or conservative parts of Chinese society, single women or those without children can face social stigma. This stems from deeply rooted cultural values that emphasize traditional family roles and gender norms, where marriage and motherhood are considered significant life milestones. Consequently, women are often expected to marry and have children as part of their social role. The pressure to conform to these expectations can come from various sources, including family, friends, and the broader community. Single or childless women may face scrutiny, judgment, or even social ostracism for not following the normal path. In China, the nuclear family is viewed as the foundation of social stability, and many single mothers face stigma and are denied certain rights. The number of educated women embracing singlehood is increasing as young Chinese people face unprecedented insecurity due to economic downturns and unemployment. Number 6. Women under many social constraints. The role of women in Chinese society has evolved over thousands of years, from being confined by strict rules to breaking free and asserting themselves in modern society. However, traditional prejudices and barriers still exist, posing significant challenges to Chinese women on their journey toward equality. Traditional Chinese society often portrays women as delicate and submissive, governed by harsh rules such as a senseless woman is a virtuous woman or 3 subordinations and 4 virtues. This ideology stipulates that women must follow 3 rules: obey father before getting married, obey husband after marriage, and obey son after her husband passed away. 4 essential virtues for women include decent speech, gentle appearance, virtuous behavior, and diligent housework. This system placed women in an inferior position to men. From birth, they faced numerous injustices, such as domestic violence, social discrimination, and competing for their husband's attention with concubines. Their roles were limited to serving the family, raising children, and being economically dependent on men. Since China's economic reforms and opening, women's roles have seen positive changes. Today, Chinese women have more opportunities for education, employment, and social participation. They make significant contributions to the country's economic development and assert their abilities in various fields. However, traditional prejudices and barriers still affect women's development and equality. Women continue to face workplace discrimination, pressure to marry and have children early, and challenges in balancing work and family. To remove these barriers and achieve gender equality, community-wide efforts are needed. The government should implement policies to support women, creating conditions for their education, employment, and personal development. Society needs to change its perception of women's roles, aiming for greater respect and equality. Women themselves must also raise awareness of their rights, confidently assert their abilities, and fight for gender equality. Number 5. Filial piety of Chinese women. Respect for the elderly is a cornerstone of Chinese culture, particularly for women. They often demonstrate their respect through actions and behavior. The foundation of this tradition is the concept of filial piety, known as xiao in Chinese. Filial piety deeply influences the behavior of Chinese women, emphasizing the importance of profound respect, care, and obedience that children, especially daughters and daughters-in-law, must show toward their parents and husbands as they grow up. Showing respect to elders can take many forms. For instance, using honorific titles like grandmother or grandfather when addressing older family members is a way to show deep respect. Bowing, nodding, and acknowledging their presence are also gestures that reflect respect and recognition of their wisdom and experience. In Chinese society, women are expected to prioritize the desires and preferences of elder family members to ensure their comfort and happiness. This includes cooking their favorite meals, helping with household chores, and spending time talking with them. Demonstrating this care and concern is paramount, and these practices are instilled in Chinese women from a young age, reflecting their ethics and adherence to social norms. Respect for elders extends beyond the family. Chinese culture values elderly individuals in community interactions and in the workplace. This respect is shown through humility, altruism, and a commitment to social harmony. Filial piety is a cherished virtue in Chinese women and continues to play a significant role in today's society. Number 4. Nushu is the mysterious language of Chinese women. Nushu is a strange and sacred script whispered through generations of women, meaning women's writing system. Nushu was so secret that women often burned manuscript scripts to prevent them from falling into men's hands, and they would bury items containing Nushu characters with friends when they died. The origin of this language is unclear, but most scholars believe Nushu appeared in the 3rd century when the Chinese government banned women from attending school. Customs like arranged marriages and foot binding also prevented many girls from traveling far from their hometowns. Unlike Western methods, Nushu is a personal language created by and for women. It gave them strength and defiance in difficult times. Nushu is a unique character system combining symbols and modified Chinese characters to express the local women's spoken language. Nushu is not just a language but a symbol of women's creativity, spirit, and resilience. It serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving cultural heritage and honoring voices often silenced. What do you think about this writing system? Share your thoughts below. Number 3. The Chinese tea ceremony. The Chinese tea ceremony is a long-standing tradition deeply rooted in Chinese culture. Beyond merely brewing and enjoying tea, it originates from ancient customs and carries symbolic meaning, celebrating mindfulness, harmony, and appreciation for nature's gifts. The Chinese tea ceremony particularly values the role of women. Their presence adds a layer of beauty and elegance to the ritual, from the host who coordinates each gesture with precision and grace to the tea master who guides guests through the sensory journey of the teacups. Women play an essential role in the ceremony's smoothness and charm. The Chinese tea ceremony transcends the simple act of drinking tea. It is elevated to an art form, a spiritual experience connecting people with their senses and nurturing the soul. Participating in the tea ceremony is not just a cultural tradition, but also a means of preserving and honoring China's rich heritage. Contrary to Western perceptions, where tea is merely a beverage like coffee, the Chinese tea ceremony emphasizes the delicacy and meticulousness of each step in brewing and enjoying tea. Every gesture, every tool holds symbolic meaning, contributing to the creation of a refined and meaningful ritual. Number 2. Employment inequality. Chinese women face significant challenges in advancing their careers due to traditional gender roles that prioritize family values over professional aspirations. Despite efforts to overcome these barriers, many women remain disadvantaged in the labor market. A 2017 survey revealed that 54% of Chinese women encounter difficulties when seeking employment. often being questioned about family planning and their ability to balance work and family life. Some women are forced to sign contracts committing not to become pregnant or to adhere to specific reproductive schedules. At work, women typically retire between the ages of 50 and 55, while men can work until 70, resulting in disadvantages regarding income and financial security. This limitation impacts their career advancement and development opportunities. Women earn lower incomes than men due to shorter working years and earlier retirement. Many Western countries implement equal retirement ages for both men and women, typically between 65 and 67 years old. This helps reduce gender inequalities in income and financial security. Number 1. Adhering to Feng Shui. Feng Shui is an ancient Chinese practice dating back thousands of years, rooted in Taoist principles and the belief in harmony between humans and their environment. It focuses on arranging living and working spaces to promote the balance of energy, known as qi, to bring health, happiness, and prosperity. Feng Shui is based on the idea that everything in the universe has energy, and that the arrangement of objects in an environment can influence the flow of this energy. Feng Shui includes a range of techniques and guidelines to optimize energy flow in homes, workplaces, and other spaces. Some common applications include the placement of furniture, which can affect the flow of energy. Feng Shui advises arranging furniture to create clear pathways and avoid obstacles. Colors are believed to have different energy vibrations, and Feng Shui uses colors to create the desired atmosphere in a space. Feng Shui employs symbols like money trees, dragons, and phoenixes to enhance luck and prosperity. In Chinese culture, women are often seen as responsible for maintaining harmony in the home. They frequently practice Feng Shui habits such as arranging furniture, decorating, and using symbols to ensure the family's health, happiness, and prosperity. So we've explored 19 strange rules that Chinese women must follow. What are your thoughts on these unreasonable rules? Remember to comment and share your thoughts with me. Thank you for watching our video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated with our latest videos. See you in the next ones.